Some people don't want a statue of a pedo.
I'm Thomas Wrinklesmooth, and after one of my YouTube videos in which I claimed that Bluetooth attracts bees was blocked for misinformation, I started this investigation into censorship and cancel culture. This is a matter of free speech, and I will not be silenced. Join me as I uncover the actual truth.
Nothing can protect you from cancellation, not even being dead. Philanthropist slave trader Edward Colston was recently cancelled by the Bristolian woke brigade, who toppled his statue and tossed it in a canal. But what do the general public think about this? That isn't it. That's a statue of a horse's face doing that. Not sure why, don't know what it means. But I'm not going to chuck it in a canal, just because it's weird. It's covered in limescale. It looks like it may have been pulled out of a canal. Don't know where the body is.
Well, it's actually illegal to pull down statues. Slave trading wasn't illegal back when this guy did it. So who's really worse? The guy who traded slaves legally, or the people who actually broke the law?
Everyone did it at the time. Trading slaves was the 1800s equivalent of sharing a meme.
It's a gateway shove. If you push a statue of a slave trader into a canal, what next? Placing a drawing of a racist into a hot tub, dropping a Donald Trump action figure into a koi carp pond, and then slowly lowering a novelty Hitler garden gnome into a busy leisure centre swimming pool. Think about what you're doing.
They're erasing history. Now how are my kids going to find out about Colston?
Oh, well, I think the statues were moved to a museum.
I'm not taking my kids to a museum. It'll bore the out of them.
But if we really look into it, do any statues have a clean past? These lions in Trafalgar Square may seem harmless enough, but let me read you this little fact I recently uncovered. In areas where there aren't many lions, related family members sometimes have cubs together. This is called inbreeding and is a bad thing. They're incestuous deviants, and there are tourists taking selfies with them. Stop that! His mother's his auntie! Think about it. Do you want statues of inbred perverts littering our capital?
When it comes to controversial figures such as Colston, people have very strong opinions on both sides. Some people want the statues to stay, some want them pulled down. What we propose is to compromise. There used to be a great statue of Jimmy Savile up in Scotstoun. People loved that statue. It really captured his cheeky side. But then, when it came out that he was a paedophile, they took it down. But of course, this was erasing our history of the BBC in the 70s. Without a life-sized effigy in the middle of a leisure centre, how can people learn about Jimmy Savile's horrific abuse of children? Some people don't want a statue of a pedo. Others don't want their history erased. So what we propose is to put up a statue of Jimmy Savile before he became a pedo. Aged what? About 18? A young, innocent Jimmy Savile. And then everyone's happy because it's not a statue of a pedo, it's a statue of a man who will one day become a pedo. And we'll do that with everyone. Colston, before he bought his first slave. A prepubescent Hitler. Justin Bieber as a fetus. Meet in the middle, everyone's happy.
But the toppling of the statue has led to far tighter statue-related restrictions. Now no statue can be moved or damaged without following the democratic process. This means that if I want to buy a little ornamental statuette for my grandmother, I can't remove it from the shop without written permission from my local MP. Living statues are only allowed to go home following a successful public vote. And Doctor Who can't battle the weeping angels without first seeking approval from Bristol City Council. To summarise then, the toppling of statues is just another example of cancel culture. This is a matter of free speech.
Boy, mate, statues can't even speak.
Oh, sorry, who are you supposed to be?
This ain't a case of cancel culture.
Right, I'm actually filming a little document.
Protesters are being silenced. You know the Tories, they're going to bring in a new law that could imprison protesters for up to 10 years.
Yeah, well, I'm
Are you
actually...
going to mention that? An actual fascist government?
Look, this is about statues being pushed over by teenagers, not real people being silenced by a fascist government. I think I know which issue deserves more media attention.
Oh, jog on, mate, you've got no idea.
Greetings, I'm Zach Jackerboyne, and welcome to the Astral Ram Realm, a virtual world where all of social media lives. And I own it. How cool is that? I own it all. Come on, let me show you around. In the Astral Ram Realm, you don't have to look like a horrible little human. You can choose your own avatar. You could be a robot, you could be a fish, you could be a germ in a petri dish. Wow, hey, looks like the newsroom. This is where you can keep up to date with what's going on in the analog world. As more and more people get their news from social media, we have to make sure that we're recommending the best stories just for you. Take a look. 18 simple tricks to get fat quick. McDonald's hate this. You won't believe what Marilyn Monroe looks like now. This guy picked up a grape. What happens next will blow your mind. Stay informed and have a read. Not those ones. You don't need to know about that. Come on, let's explore some more. Don't look in there. I said don't. He's a Facebook moderator, tasked with looking for and removing inappropriate content. He's seen a lot of violent videos and horrific images, so is suffering from PTSD. This is the price we pay for censorship and keeping our Astral Ram realm safe. It is a sacrifice I am happy to make. Check out this cool filter. Join me next time when I'll be doing things like this. Having a laugh is not racist.
It is if you laugh at black people.
And please do remember to like and subscribe, guys. Comment if you want, but not any stupid comments, alright? Only comment if you're praising this documentary about free speech. I don't want to see anyone disagreeing with me. I actually stand against silencing, thanks, so don't bother. Seriously, I will get those comments removed.